Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all around the world, you already know the lineup. He goes by the name of Andre Vaughn, world champ 17 times in a row. I go by the name of Ali Madawi, the runner-up, a.k.a. Robin to Batman, a.k.a. Man, you better stop, a.k.a. Success is mine, and I'm going to share it with everybody around me, a.k.a. VirtuoVerse, the father of virtual kids, a.k.a. I'm super excited and cannot hide it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of VirtuoHub, and we got the man, the myth, the legend, the visionary himself, Andre Vaughn. What's going on, sir?
Oh, man, just like I wrote it. Thank you for that introduction, man. The check is in the mail. I'm fired up. Another day in the land of the living. So excited. So many powerful things happening. And we said this is winning season, right?
Yep.
So what we're going to do, we're just going to win, win, win no matter what. And so
100.
I wrote that song, but we're going to take credit. Absolutely. But
I
I'm
do have
fired
to
up.
say, thank you very much for squeezing me in today. I know you're traveling and there's not a moment, it's like sometimes you wish you had 27 hours in a day in a clone, like not a twin, a literal clone. So you don't
Yeah.
bother your twin sister. But, virtual verse is at its foundation is set. We know the direction. We know the what, where, when, who, what. We have an understanding of that vision. Let's start with from your seat, from your vantage point. Where is virtual verse today? And then we can dig into where is it heading next.
Yeah, we've worked really hard with the platform, and I'm just so excited that everything is functional and working and ready to market. So right now, today, we're working with influencers. Just yesterday, I was on the phone with someone. It's like, man, I was working on this platform, but it's not what yours is. But I love what you got, and I signed up right away and will upgrade. And they were just going through all of these things, and it just brought me back to why I started it anyway. I mean, this is one of those platforms that there was ever a shutdown, if there was ever anything that went down, we have an opportunity of people to have a seat at the table. And not just influencers, but the people who watch the content that they can earn income. Right now, we are paying commissions. So I'm fired up about that. I had somebody say, man, I just requested commissions. I always get excited because no other platform that I know of that everybody can come and say, man, I'm expecting to make money, right? I'm expecting just by spending time. And a lot of folks don't understand the value that they bring when they're actually watching content on any platform. Those platforms make so much money, but they're not willing to sell. They're willing to tell you how much they've made. They're willing to say how much their stock is. They're good old boys, their family, their friends are well taken care of. But I'm saying, let everybody have a seat at the table. Now, you might be at the kiddie table, but you're still going to eat, right? And so it all depends on what you bring to the marketplace. And so if you just want to be here and just watch, then fine. You're at the kiddie table. It's fine. You earn income better than being at no table. But if you want to come and contribute and watch and bring content, then you're going to be at the big people table, right? And that's where most of the food is. And so I'm just grateful that we make the folks, the content creators, decide on where they want to be in the platform. So today, man, we're fired up. So many folks are coming and calling, and I'm excited because it took us a while to even get there. We've been working on this for several years and say, no, we need to do this, or no, we need to create this, and now it's about action. It's about really getting the folks that are going to help get the message out, and that's why we're here today and on the virtual hub to spread the love.
Yeah, I love that. And, you mentioned something so key. You've been at it for 7 years. I think the story of the bamboo tree, or at least how it operates. Like, does it take 7 years for the bamboo tree to grow to 6 feet, or does it take 6 weeks? Because it takes about 7 years for it to just get to the level, and then 6 weeks after that, it shoots up to 6 and 7 feet. And that's the question. Like, did it take 6 weeks or did it take 7 years? And I say this with respect, the ignorant minded. And when I say ignorant, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not insulting. I'm ignorant to being an astronaut. I don't have the information. So ignorance is simply lack of information. That's all that is. So the ignorant minded about what virtual verse really truly is, the conversation leans to, well, I already have the legacy media platform and I already have my followers, and, like, to start something brand new all over again. And my answer usually is, especially in the United States, there's two different sides of there's two groups. There is the client, and then there is the provider. It's a capitalistic country, whether you like it or not. And the buyer is looking for that short term, what can I buy right now? The provider takes its time, sweet little time, little by little, pivot, adjust, spend a little more, pivot, adjust, struggle, just until it gets to a point where the bamboo tree, something miraculous happens, and then all of a sudden you're called, my God, you're so lucky, bro. Right?
Yeah.
So let's address, why is it so important right now? I need you to go Lamar Jackson on me. Why is it important right now to run regardless to your record, regardless to what the media is saying, regardless to what, the bandwagon fans are doing? Now it's the time to grab that ball and run. You like that, Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, maybe in this season it hit me, but the reality of it is that most people won't have an opportunity to be a part of anything in the early stage, in the formation phase. And I always tell people it's four phases of any movement. You have the formation phases, the early part where things are breaking, you're fixing, and things don't work, and the vision is just being worked on. People don't believe in it. They're talking about, so that's the formation. That's the most riskiest time to be in any opportunity. Then you have the concentration phase with now, influencers starting to say, well, what's that thing over there? What's that website again? Right? What? And so you start getting a little bit more credibility. But then the next phase is the momentum phase. And this is like, oh my God, I'm glad I'm not even doing no work and I'm printing money. I'm printing money because you went through the phases, right? And then the last phase is the stability phase where you're growing 2 to 4% a year, but these folks are writing books. They were influencers, and they're probably gone on to do some other things because of their ride, and they're telling the story of VirtuoVerse, right? Because they were there early. And so right now you have to run because we're going from formation to concentration, and this is a pivotal point. And so this is kind of the best sweet spot because you weren't in early, right, to go through the pain. You're coming in that's still early, but not too late, right? Going into the concentration phase so you can enjoy the momentum phase. And so if you're not running, every day a gazelle is going to be running, right? And lions are going to be chasing. But if you're not running when you wake up, then you're going to have a big problem, right? Because you're probably going to get eaten. In the world of business, and especially in technology is different than anything I've done. Technology are big numbers, right? And when you look at other companies, yeah, you can make millions and millions of dollars, sometimes billions, but technology can represent trillions of dollars. And so you didn't have to put the money out, but you can market. But you're not going to not market and not put any money out, then you're not going to get anything. You'll just be a part of the stands. I'm saying get in the game right now and help and do whatever you can do. It might be say, oh man, we got this platform, test it out, try it out for me, right? But use my referral link so I can get credit for it, right? So it's those things that have to happen. But I didn't hear about Twitter before it was big. I didn't hear about Instagram before it was big. I didn't hear about any of those platforms before it made it. I heard about it once it hit. And then a lot of people say, man, I wish I would have. Well, a lot of folks have opportunities that pass them on a regular basis. And that's what POUR stands for, passing over opportunities on a regular basis. You can borrow that. But at the end of the day, a lot of people will pass over the opportunity and then wonder why they're not successful.
Yeah.
We have a lot of energy. We have a lot of culture, and we're ready to push us through. So it's so important for folks to run with the opportunity.
You've created a founder's package, which gives the individual truly the same opportunity Mark Zuckerberg gave two people at the inception of his company, right? Like you're saying, hey, this package right here is the dorm room, access. This is where you hang out with me while I'm chilling with my sandals on and flip flops. This is where I got just a hoodie and you see everything. And one of the major benefits, other than the 11 ways to get paid, is your income and your income streams grow with the actual platform growth. So it's truly, hey, you're my founding partner in a way. Number one, why? Like, I want to know that, because most people, like, no, you got to bring something big in the table for me to let you eat out of everything that I'm doing for you and spending money on it. Number two, talk to us about the importance of understanding its value now, not until the process is already full throttle.
Yeah.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. VirtuoVerse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With VirtuoVerse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. VirtuoVerse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, VirtuoVerse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With VirtuoVerse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called VirtuoVerse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join VirtuoVerse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. VirtuoVerse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. VirtuoVerse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. VirtuoVerse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join VirtuoVerse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. VirtuoVerse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at VirtuoVerse for free today.
Well, for me, I value people. And whether it's a real estate company, whether it's a horse racing, whether it was network marketing, whatever it was, I believe in fair compensation. I believe in paying people what they bring to the table, right? And I don't want to build anything on the backs of people. It's just never in my culture. And so it was just easy when it came to VirtuoVerse because I already did it. I've done it several times. And what I realized is that when you pay fair compensation, then you don't have turnover like that, right? So you'll always have one or two that just can't find their way. But for the majority, those folks are appreciative, they're grateful, and they're rocking and rolling. And so we're in partnership, right? And so now it's so important to see it now. And Helen Keller could see this, right? You don't have to be a visionary to see it. But it's like you have to do something. And most people have a misconception. They think that just because they're a part of something and do nothing, that they should be successful. And that's not the case. So my thing is, if you're not putting any money out, if you're not bringing any resources, if you're not bringing any people, if you're not doing anything, why should you make money? Like you should just be a part of the movie. You're not in the movie, you're just watching the movie, right? And so a lot of people are going to be watching the movie, and then when it hits, it's going to be too late because that opportunity would have passed. Those early opportunities in Facebook and all the other platforms, they've already passed. Now, yes, you can still get in the game and make some money here, make some money there, but you could have had timing and effort on your side. So I could have made money off the effort that I put in and the timing that I put in, right? Because timing you can't, and so if I get in something early in and early enough where I'm not concerned about, the things that you have to go through. I believe that if you want to make a lot of money or be successful or gain wealth, you have to go through something, right? And some people just don't want to go through anything, but they want to be a billionaire tomorrow. And that's just not realistic. That's not what we practice or preach, and that's not what's going to happen. And so I would just urge people to kind of see it and see it, even if you have to look through Ali's lens, because he looks really smart right now. If you have to look through his lens to see it and bar his vision until you get your own, then I would suggest that, because a train is moving. This train is trains that leave at a certain time every single time, right? And it's going to leave with or without anybody out there, right? But I just would rather the people be there at the train station when the train is going so you can enjoy the ride.
Yeah, you remind me. I got a friend that was in the original. No, actually, in Too Fast, Too Furious, the second one in Fast. And she'll brag about that story every chance that she gets. I was in that movie, and and I, me, I'm thinking, I'm like, hey, what kind of residuals do they pay when you're in a movie, right? She's like, oh no, they gave us $15 a day and some snacks. I was like, did you just say a day? That sounds worse than, jury duty, And that's the difference between somebody that you were just describing, just doing absolutely nothing, and someone who ends up being a Vin Diesel or
Yeah.
Tyrese or whomever the stars of the movie who are making lifelong residuals and building upon that experience. So solid point. One of the things that we are working on diligently and organically is to create a marketplace where every user not only can take advantage of the 11 ways VirtuoVerse provides, but they can also take advantage of multiple streams of income that are going to be embedded. Kind of like the legacy platforms, they do have products and services,
Yeah.
virtual or physical.
Yes.
We're going to create the same exact thing in VirtuoVerse. And there's anticipation, there's excitement, but at the same time, people don't know what they don't know. Talk to us from your vantage point again. What should we anticipate, let's just say within the next 6 months, as far as the e-commerce platform that's embedded in VirtuoVerse?
I've seen it. You see it. The modern day QVC, right? That live shopping is so huge, and so when you could, advertise with live shopping, where they can shop right into the live and don't have to leave the platform. Now, I think that's the next revolution. You see with the old school way, they've created millions and millions of dollars using that way. People are always shopping. You see folks going on different shops on different social media platforms and shop. I do it all the time. It's
Link
just
pay, baby.
it,
Link
it,
pay. They
it,
already got your stuff in there.
yeah, I love it. And anytime they have Apple Pay, I'm like, oh, I don't have to retype my address. They make it so simple for me to spend my money. But I'm going to do it because now they're target marketing me on the things that I like. And so they only show me the things that I like and they make it convenient. And so we're going to take a page of things that already work and do that. And I'm so fired up because now we can support each other. We can keep the money within the ecosystem because now I can go one place and go live. I can do subscriptions. I can get paid to watch videos and content. I can get paid to watch people sell me stuff and I'm still getting paid. I can get paid to post. And so I'm going to post anyway, right? And so, and even if I'm a part of other platforms, okay, I'm going to post here, I'm going to post here, I'm going to post here like you do anything else, right? And so now pretty soon we'll do it where one post on Facebook or any other platform, it'll post on VirtuoVerse as well. And so we're working on some things behind the closed doors. That's the future. And so we can make it real easy. People, they have a short attention span and they don't want, I know I don't want anything to be too difficult. If it's anything that sounds like work, I probably won't do it no matter how much money I can make. So just being simple and have a lot of simplicity and kids, keep it simple, super simple, and just going the things that helped us create millions of dollars in the past. We're going to do that with the platform. We want to make sure we bring some people along the way.
And I have to say, the timing couldn't be better. Last week's episode for VirtuoHub was dedicated to the data of the virtual world and the influencers. I usually do my homework before an episode, and you mentioned the different legacy platforms. That the For You page, which is in TikTok now, is the shopping platform, is like the TikTok shop. When it started on its first 6 months, it was doing between $1 to $3 million a day.
Wow.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
The average spend per individual was less than $25. That's the average spend, less than $25, and you're doing $1 to $3 million. But wait, you won the real wow. They're doing $1 billion a day now.
A day?
A day.
Oh, I'm not going to even be able to sleep. I thought I was top, and now I'm up.
Wait for it. Still based on 25, or like small, because people tapped into something. Now people are using it like a drop shipping. I went to get these very smart glasses, and I'm hearing a conversation on the side from the two ladies that were working in the eyeglass doctor place, and she goes like, "Look, next time, don't buy it from the TikTok shop. What you want to do is open your own store and then take the SKU and add it to your shop and buy from yourself, and they'll give you a commission, and that's an automatic discount." And I'm like, dang, the world changed. Even the 9 to 5er is side hustling during their shift while they're clocking in. And it's all from a cell phone. So the timing couldn't be any better. And that's why since day one, when you and I had this conversation, just about, it'll be a year in November, man.
Wow.
It's crazy. Time
Wow.
flies.
Yeah.
So I say it'll be a year. Mr. Vaughn quantifies it as 24 payments, right?
Somebody.
I'm just saying.
It's so
I had
quick too.
I had to say it. Yes, I know it was there. Or 24 reminders from Mrs. Madawi.
From your lovely wife.
Yeah, well, we're grateful for being in business, but the point that I'm trying to make since day one, regardless, so there's a lot of shiny objects, there's a lot of calls that we get left and right. We've had some really sincere conversations from the very first day. I'm like, look, bro, like I don't know what, I don't know when.
Yeah.
I feel like something big is gonna happen. We'll figure it out when we figure it out. But I just want you to know, I'm in. Like whatever it is, however small we gotta start to however big this thing is going to be. So I am certain. We were doing a town hall event yesterday for the local township, and I asked the mayor. I'm like, you sound certain about the reward versus the risk. Are you certain that our taxes won't go up? He said, no, I can't be certain about that. I'm like, how are you so certain about everything else? But you can be but I can be on the record and say I am certain. It's a matter of the when component, right?
Yes.
Is the when coming next month, or is it coming, May, or is it coming? It's just a matter of when. And I appreciate your mindset.
What's something people don't know about the next gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. VirtuoVerse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With VirtuoVerse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. VirtuoVerse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, VirtuoVerse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With VirtuoVerse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called VirtuoVerse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join VirtuoVerse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. VirtuoVerse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. VirtuoVerse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. VirtuoVerse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join VirtuoVerse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. VirtuoVerse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at VirtuoVerse for free today.
If you allow me, and you can say skip if it's a premature question, we got NIL deals coming in, V League live subscription to broadcast in VirtuoVerse, and so much more. I can probably lay out everything that we got going on, but let's focus on NIL and V League in terms of what are you anticipating VirtuoVerse to do for the V League and the NIL concept that is being created right now.
Bring in exposure. The NIL space has grown like crazy. The portal is jumping. College rosters can turn over right away. And we want to be that bridge, using VirtuoVerse and the V League. So when these college players are trying to go to pro, we want to have a hub that they don't have to go overseas. They can be marketed. They can be seen right here in the United States, and they can stay with their families. And then we can take the notoriety that they had in college, because they have a lot of big views, and you know how college is, they love their team, they're going to follow the players, and we can take that and monetize those followers into money and cash flow, right? And so it can help them stay here right there with their families, and we want to be in the center of all of that, right? And we've seen it, that we've had players on here, the press releases, and now they've gotten jobs. We want to keep that ecosystem going. And I love the NIL space, because at the end of the day, we have the social media platform that they can bring value to it, and then the social media platform can bring value to them. And so it's exciting times when it comes to that. And again, with college basketball about to start, it's been very, very busy with the recruitment of players and sharing and reaching out to athletic directors and just sharing vision and teaching them about the NIL space. It's been a beautiful thing. And we had some interviews set up with individuals that will be on the virtual hub, just really talking about and sharing how powerful the NIL did and how it impacted people from going from college to the NBA. And so I'm excited about it. And then
And that,
bringing into the mental fitness piece into what we're doing. So I'm excited about
see, he
everything.
snuck it in there. That's why I was like, I mean, I can talk forever about
Yeah,
everything, you
I
know.
shouldn't have said that, but it's all
No,
good.
no, no, you good, you good. Hey, you know, the dev team, we didn't give any timeline, so you're all right,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Okay, so final remarks to the everyday average individual that has the desire to be an entrepreneur, and for the athlete that felt like college and or you know, their hope and dream for professional basketball drifted away a little bit, specifically internally in VirtuoVerse. So the average individual that wants to be an entrepreneur and the athlete that we want to say we got your back and we can help you.
Yeah, I'll start with the athlete. Athletes have been training some since they were 4, 5, 6 years old with the dream of being a professional player whenever that sport is, right? And so when they don't particularly make it, then a lot of mental depression happens. They feel like a failure and they don't know how to cope. You see people committing suicide because they don't want to deal with life. But they have to realize that they had a passion about the sport. And the reason why a part of that passion and part of that reward was a salary that they wanted, right? And so I would just urge them to find a passion in that same sport, but just in a different area because they still can make the same amount of money if it's done right, right? And so you have different examples of individuals that just chose to say, man, I might have gotten hurt, but I still have a multi billion dollar, $1 million business because my vision just changed, but it still stayed the same. And I'm still passionate about what I'm passionate about, right? So that player, don't give up. Just don't lose hope because help is on its way. It's on its way. Just get with positive people, be around it, and it's going to flow towards you. Don't hang around people that the same thing happened to them happened to you because all you're going to do is be in a pity party. For that young entrepreneur, congratulations, right? Because at the end of the day, most people don't even want to be an entrepreneur, right? So the fact that you even want to be an entrepreneur, you might not have any money, you might not even have a vision, but you just know that you know that you know that you want something special. That's a good thing. That's half the battle. The other half is finding people that are smarter than you and put them around you so they can hide your weaknesses, right? And so a lot of folks, and every time I've been in business, I like to get very smart people like Ali, his lovely wife, and his children, and so they can make me look good. I don't need the credit. I don't need any of it. I just want to build a successful business, but I had to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere as a young entrepreneur. And I don't care if you start on a small level, but right now, this is the best time to be an entrepreneur because there's so many different resources.
Mhm.
Everything that used to take weeks and weeks and weeks, now taking a matter of seconds to build using AI, artificial intelligence, and all the other tools that they have out there. There's no excuse for folks not to be successful. And so, again, have the right circle around you and find the people who don't do what you do. And so, if folks call you and say, hey, man, can you build this? Yes, I can. Give me a sec. Go find the people who build it. Come get their quote and then put a little bit on top. And now you have a viable business.
Love that. And to your point, 2 days ago, I was speaking to a gentleman. I sent you his screenshot, you know, and he goes like, man, your brain, you got to dump it on a book for all of us because, and so I went to ChatGPT and I said, I want you to take everything that we worked on since the very first day that I started using you, and I want you to cultivate it and focus on business development, operation, blah, blah, blah. I gave it, I'm like, and I want you to turn it into a 200-page ebook and blah, blah. Like, I mean, and we went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The book is done in
Wow.
2 days.
Wow.
In 2 days. And I made ChatGPT read it for me, and I'm just listening and listening. I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. Let's go ahead and start designing the published book, So to your point, it is indeed the very best time. But ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't mean cheat the system. You still have to develop yourself. Artificial intelligence is only as good as human intelligence. And if you are operating on a low level, your AI is nothing but a Google page. Just so you're like, it's nothing different than saying, who's the player that made this in
Yeah.
1995, right? So please, please, please do not discount this guy that's in front of you with these cool glasses. All right, I'll give the credit. My wife picked them for me. I'm sorry. I should have said that at the beginning. My wife said you should wear these glasses. But anyways, I listen, while everybody's in the gym every single morning, and you see everybody bumping their heads. I'm listening to the Ethiopian Bible right now. That's what I work out to. I listen to an average of 50 to 100 books a year that are on my ears. If I'm not talking to you or I'm not in a virtual meet with somebody, my ears has an audiobook in it nonstop all day, every day. That's why I don't stop talking, because my battery and my drive is so full of information. I'm ready. Like, pop quiz me, I dare you. I'm always ready, right? And that's why AI is only as good as HI. And that's why you see a lot of people that have the same resources you and I have. Like cell phone, 90% of the apps are free and they can do decent stuff to get you going. Why aren't you successful? Because you didn't work on your human intelligence and you ignored it as a cheat code with AI. But anyways, just to your point. Well, listen, I appreciate you, sir. I am super excited. Ladies and gentlemen, do not rob yourself and sit there and say, that was a great podcast. Make sure you applicate everything you heard. Make sure you go to virtualverse.com. Get yourself a free account right now. Start scrolling, start clicking, start uploading. And then, of course, consider one of the premium packages. It starts as little as $97 or even lesser than that. I like $97 as a starting point, or even less than that. But it allows you to do the same thing you're doing in all the legacy platforms. But ready? You get paid for it. Like really get paid for it. Not like this guy who does 50 to 100,000 views collectively in all the different platforms and gets $1. Sometimes they insult me and send me 3 cents. Why?
Right.
Why? Don't even bother. But anyways, that's my call to action, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you get your free profile today and tell them Ali sent you. You'll get 100% discount when you start on day one. And there you have it. Mr. Vaughn, I appreciate you. I thank you. And I'm so grateful for you. I know I'm hyped up and excited today. I feel like I'm every single day. And until next time, peace.
Peace.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. VirtuoVerse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With VirtuoVerse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. VirtuoVerse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, VirtuoVerse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With VirtuoVerse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called VirtuoVerse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join VirtuoVerse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. VirtuoVerse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. VirtuoVerse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. VirtuoVerse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join VirtuoVerse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. VirtuoVerse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at VirtuoVerse for free today.